Well, hi. Welcome back to Glare 50. So today I'm going to I haven't put anything on my face at all. I'm using my Tier collagen lifting eye cream, which I use all the time. And then my Versed cream. So last week I wasn't here because my husband had eye surgery. And I'll get into that in a moment. Let me rub this all in. I know it's going to make my face turn all bright red. It happens. But I'll get into that in a minute. What I really want to talk about is I got some new things. So Melt and Bailey Sarian, they have two collabs. And I have the first one. It's called Fatally Yours. And then she did another one a couple years ago, I think, called Fatally Yours 2. And this was on sale for $19. So it's got a plushy type container, outer packaging, and then this is the cover, and then this is the color story, and it is beautiful. This color came, you can't even really see it, slightly broken. I don't care. This is not the color story we're using today, but now that it is shown, I don't have to open that. While on the Melt website, I happened to look around and they had a primer. This is the Melt Blurring Cream. I think this is new to them and I needed a new one, so I got it. And then they also had these are called Liquid Eyeshadow and Base. So again, these are new to them, and so I wanted to try something new. It's just an eyeshadow base for me. They say eyeshadow, but to me it's a base only. And then I forgot that one of my favorite mascaras is from them, and I need to get rid of some mascaras. Actually, I got rid of my Hella Thick, and there was another one up there that I really didn't like, but this is the Supernatural, and this is what the wand looks like. So got myself a couple new products. My husband bought this for me. This is the Eternals by Urban Decay. And it just looks very cool. And then it's kind of hard to get into the palette itself, but this is the color story. These are all shimmers or satins, and these are all mattes, I believe. Yeah, those are all mattes in the middle. So that's another one, but this is the palette that I'm going to use today because it was on sale also, and I have a feeling it's going away because it's been up for 2 years, and at least 2 years, and I wanted it. This is the Cosmic Beauty undergrowth. Oh, look at that color story. It's so pretty. It's beautiful. I know it's greens, but it's what we're using today. So I have not used, I know um, under our Cosmic Beauty has wonderful um, eyeshadows. So I'm going to use the base because I've never used this before. Okay, so as far as where I've been, my husband having eye surgery. Been 2 weeks now. He went to 3 weeks. He's been complaining that when he got sick, he sneezed and coughed so hard that his eyes got blurry. And so he went to um, the eye doctor and they said, "Oh, we think maybe you have a detached retina and you need to go and have eye surgery." And so he rushed off to um, the place to get uh, a, a retinal specialist. He went to go see him. And um, hmm, hold on. There. Maybe it was just having a weird line, so I had to put a little bit more on there just so that the line would go away. Um, and maybe I'm treating it as more of a base than I should, but it says eyeshadow and base. So anyway, um, so he went to the specialist. They said, yes, you need eye surgery. We're almost positive you have a detached retina, which really is not good. Um, and so not this past Thursday, today's Tuesday. So not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before that, he had eye surgery. And so we've kind of been dealing with that. So sorry I haven't been here, but dealing with a lot of things. I'm going to go into this color called Algae, this one right here. And I'm taking it on my Fantasy Cosmetica EO5. It's a big fluffy brush. If you hear the dogs in the background, it's because they're here. They're being dogs. So anyway, been dealing with him and that. So that's why there wasn't a video last week, because I just didn't have the mental capacity to do it. I know that sounds really weird, but um, between what my daughter was going through and what my husband went through, I developed shingles, which, if you know, shingles is like a form of chickenpox. They're of the same virus. And if you've had chickenpox, you can get shingles. And when I get completely stressed out, which I was, it can happen. And it did. Now, I have medication, which is really good because I started taking it as soon as I figured it out. Shingles travels along your nerve line. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to put in my eye drops. I have really bad dry eyes. And so I put eye drops in. Hold. Okay, I didn't want you to see me putting eye drops in. It's not great. Trying to figure out which I'll use this brush. This is my alter ego. No, this is not the kind of brush I want. I washed my brushes, and so they're all sitting over here sort of nice and pretty. But what I want is like a pencil brush. This is the Alter Ego 11. And I'm going to go into Bark, which is this color right over here. No, well, Nettle. It looks lighter on the screen. It looks darker in person. Nettle or Bark has a little bit of a blue to it, and I want no blue today. I want just green. Obviously, I'm wearing a green shirt. So, between, and we're just going to trust the process. I know it looks really weird the way I'm just drawing this on, but when I blend it all out, it will work its way out. You just need to take the time to do the blending. By the way, thank you for all the people that I have met over the past couple of weeks who have subscribed to my channel. I hope you're here watching. I really appreciate it. So I'm just taking this in just a little so I can go back with my big fluffy brush. And I'm going to go into Fern, which is this color right here. Just a tad. And I'm going to blend over the top of that. Well, kind of in the middle and to the top. Just to give it a blend. Because I want it dark and smoky and, you know, all the things. So, yeah, that between, oh, update on my daughter. I know. She has not started radiation. She has a brain tumor. She has not started her radiation because she developed a sore on her incision, and going back into algae, that very first color, the bright green, and going over the top of that. So radiation did not want to start until that healed. Again, algae for the other eye. So we're still waiting on that. Between her and my husband, I've I've hit my quota of things. I need nothing else right now. Until yesterday when I woke up and I wanted to get ready for work. Like I said, today's Tuesday. and I wanted to get ready for work yesterday, and I had vertigo. Okay. Going back in with that pencil brush to define the outer a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a little more definition. So I spent pretty much the entire day just sitting on the couch because you can't do anything. If you've ever had vertigo, your whole world feels like you're topsy-turvy for a while. Like you go to move and the world spins, and it's no fun. No fun whatsoever. So I don't like it. I don't recommend it. Now I'm using my Gourmand Girls glitter primer, which is just a clear like gel-like substance, and it just sometimes you don't need to use it. I have almost 56-year-old skin because I'm going to be 56 in April. And so I would rather have the primer than not. Okay. Trying to decide which color to use. And I think I'm going to use this one. I don't know if I can get it to show. There it is. See that flip that it does? There, you can see that flip. That's a multi-chrome or a dual chrome because it goes from a gold to a green. It's so pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. You can't see it on that finger as much. There you go. Do I have this color? Probably. But do I have it in this formula? Now I do. It's so pretty. Like it's such a pretty, pretty color. Alrighty. And because I am who I am, I have to go in with one more. And this one is calling my name. And it's just a regular green, but I'm just going to mix the two of them. Oh, so pretty. Now I'm going to go back into that original and combine the two so that they look like they're meant to be together. Yes. So excited. Love that. Okay. I know you want to hear me do all the rummaging through, but give me a minute. Alrighty. So I'm going to use my blur cream that I just got. See, not even open. Because I need it. I don't need blur cream, but it's a primer. And ooh, it smells good. Feels just like a moisturizer. Feels good. Do I notice anything? I don't have really bad skin necessarily. I'm using my Tier Kush foundation, mask Kush foundation. I don't know the technical term. Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. That's it. And I just want a light covering of this. This is not how I blend it out necessarily. I generally go over with my brush and then I go over with a sponge just because I like how that feels. Um, and I think it gives it a better look because this can kind of be a little patchy. I cleaned my brushes, like I said. I did clean this, and I'm just putting a little product on there. And going over the top. So, life has been lifing for me. How's it been for you? Like I said, I've just had enough mental capacity to kind of stay afloat with my job and life be lifing. Um, it's just crazy. So, sponge time. I'm not going to put any under my eye. I generally don't because my eyes water, and so I don't put it under my eyes. Okay. Getting my e.l.f. primer infused matte bronzer in Forever Sunkissed. I had to find where it was written, and there's like, yeah. If you hear noises, like I said, the dogs are here. They're down there being dogs like they're supposed to. I'm sorry if I've noticed several people saying things about how the camera is. I really just record on my phone. I don't have a camera setup. I don't have editing. I don't have any of that stuff. I just sit here, record my putting on makeup, and that's it. I'm going to use a mixture of my Risky Raisin and Persistent Persimmon from Singe Beauty, the evocative blushes. That it's so pretty. So I just put Risky Raisin on first. I love these blushes. They just, if I had no other blushes but these, I would be perfectly happy. Which says a lot because I have a drawer full. A drawer full of blushes. But I'm constantly reaching for these. Constantly. And I just like the way the two of them mix together. The Persistent Persimmon has a little bit more sheen to it than the Risky Raisin, in my opinion. I know that looks really bright, but it really isn't once it looks like I have a ton of blush on. And it doesn't look blended, but it really is blended. It really looks good in person. And I like a lot of glitter, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. This one has like a green purple. This one has a purple, but I'm going to use this one. This is from the Glam Light and Scooby-Doo collection. I love the glittery highlights. Yes. Love me some glittery highlights. And then I just take it up. So I do like a C or a backward C, depending on which side of the face you're on. Whew, that was a lot today. And then I'll go back over it with my blush brush and blend it in a little bit. And then sponge over the top of that. Spray my face. This is the Tier Mask Fit Makeup Fixer. I'm trying to get better at reading all the things. Oh, I didn't tell you what brushes I used. This is from, this is the FO1 from Fantasy Cosmetica. It was in a box that I bought from them. I bought a palette or something, and then they sent brushes along with. I think it was at Christmas time. I was looking at the brushes, but I didn't put any in my cart. I didn't buy any, so mascara. And before we put on mascara, I'll do lips because I always forget to do lips. It's just not something I wear. This is from ColourPop. This is from the Eclipse. No. I don't remember what. Breaking Dawn? No. I can't remember. Now it's going to bother me. The one with Jacob. Breaking Dawn. Now, going to use. I've had this about a week, and I opened it and then put it right back in the box and put it where my mascaras were, because it tends to do better. Most mascaras, the very first time you open it is not the best. It needs to get a little bit of air. I don't know why, but it does. Can you see that shift? So pretty. So I saw that Wet n Wild has chameleon eyeshadows, and they're basically dual chromes, and they're like $6 a piece, maybe $7 a piece. And I'm so tempted, but I don't need them. I really, really don't need them. I just wanted to show you, or at least tell you, if you're not going to buy a whole palette from an indie brand, because they can be expensive, the Undergrowth is from a UK brand, and it's like one of the least expensive, but you have to pay tariffs and you have to wait for them to ship it over here. But it didn't take long. It didn't take long at all for it to get here. I think I ordered it and it was here within a week, maybe a week and a half. It was so good. So good. Going to, I think I'm going to get some eyeliner. Sorry. This is from Kaleidos. I do not remember what the name of this one is, but I need just a little something on this lower lash line. And I know a lot of people put their mascara on before, or yeah, they put their lower on before they put their upper on. Sometimes I don't even put lower mascara on because I know it's just gonna irritate my eyes. Alrighty. That looks so pretty up there. Alrighty, so now I'm going to put my earrings in. Yes, I took a shower today, so my hair is all wet, not completely dry, but So this is my final look with the Cosmic Beauty Undergrowth palette. I just love that green. It's kind of got a green, a peach, and a gold shift to it. So it's a multi-chrome. It's very, very pretty. I love it. So please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody. Have a great day.